Randy executes sharp-edged precision on the rhythm guitar parts to Believer. From a haunting main riff to a galloping verse which combines steady palm-muted lows and a fluent ascending melody, yet maintains the perfect balance of heavy metal guitar playing. Later we see a mellow halftime section incorporating more of Randy's classical influences. Then back to a chugging heavy rhythm which brings us to a searing lead guitar solo that combines blues and classical scales, ending with an ascending scale run from the 2nd fret of the low E string to the 10th fret of the high E, then back again for a deep ending. The intro to Believer is heavily layered with several different instruments and overdubbed guitar parts. For example, one guitar plays harmonics on the 3rd string a little less than halfway up the 2nd fret wire. Just lightly touch the string, pick, and pull your hand away. Next is on the 2nd string, just a hair past the 3rd fret. And the 3rd is on the 1st string, slightly past the 8th fret. While these harmonics are playing out, another guitar plays a harmonic on the 4th string 9th fret. And vibrato is added with a whammy bar. If you don't have a whammy bar, you could still add vibrato by reaching past the nut and bending the string with your finger, which is a technique Randy often did in his live show. If you have a hardtail bridge like this Les Paul, you could also raise the pitch by bending the string there. Another sound effect is the raking or picking of strings behind the bridge. You can get a loud tone by letting the strings ring out, or you could get a more precise tone by muting the string. You could get a similar eerie tone by picking the strings behind the nut. There's a pick scrape where Randy started on the high strings and swept to the lower pitch strings, back to the high and down the neck while sweeping back and forth. Next is a 6th string 6th fret, up a flat 5th interval to the 5th string 7th fret, up another flat 5th to the 4th string 8, followed by the 3rd string open. The intro ends with another pick scrape, which will lead us to phrase 1. The main guitar riff will be phrase 1. Start on the 5th string open and hammer to the 2nd fret with your index, to the 4th string, 5 with the pinky, then 4 with the ring. Move your index finger to the 3rd string 2nd, and wrap it up with the 1st string open. Next is the 4th string 2 with the index, to the 5th string 3 with the middle, back to the 4th string 5, then 4. Then on the 5th string, pick and slide your ring finger up to the 6th fret, to the 4th string 4 with the index. To wrap up the main riff, play an open E5 power chord. 6th string open along with the 5th string 2nd fret. Move up to an F sharp 5, that's the 4th string 4th fret with the index along with the 3rd string 6 with the ring. From F sharp 5, move the chord up 1 fret to G5. Let the G5 ring out and add 2 palm muted open E notes, that's on the 6th string, then add the 4th string 7th fret with your middle finger and strum this along with the 3rd string 7 and slide down the neck. Then repeat the main riff. The picking pattern I use is down on the 5th string, hammer, up on 4, then down, up on 3, then down on 1. This riff is played several times throughout the song, and you'll hear Randy add many of the fills and techniques which we've already learned, such as harmonics, toggle switching, long neck slides, and of course pick slides. At the very end of the song, Randy plays a shortened variation of the main riff. It's just the first 4 notes of the first section with vibrato at the end, followed by the first 4 notes of the second section, adding vibrato. Phrase 2 is the verse, starting on an open E5. 6th string open, 5th string 2nd fret. Then heavy palm mutes on the open 6th string, 3, then 2. Skip to the 4th string, 4th fret with the ring. Pick, then hammer to 5 with the pinky. Pull to 4, pull to 2 with the index, and then hammer back to 4. Next is the 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string 3rd fret to 1st string open. I pick down on the E5. For the palm mutes, I pick down, up, down, up. Skipping to the 4th string, I pick down, followed by hammer-ons and pull-offs. Up on the 3rd string, down on the 2nd, and up on the 1st. For the first ending, repeat the palm mutes, then a B5, 5th string 2nd and 4th string 4, up to D5, 5th string 5 and 4th string 7. Repeat from the beginning. But for the second ending, play the palm mutes, then the 1st string 3, 2nd string 5, and 3rd string 3. Here you could bar the 3rd fret with your index and play the 5th fret with your ring. You could also move this up an octave, barring the 15th fret with your index and playing the 2nd string 17 with your ring, which is what Randy did on separate guitar tracks as well as in concert. Phrase 3 introduces a chorus starting off on an F sharp 5, which we learned earlier on the 4th string 4 with the 3rd string 6. You could also add the octave note to these power chords. In this case, you would add the 2nd string 5th fret with your pinky. Since there are several overdubs, at times you'll hear the 2-string version, and other times this 3-string version, and sometimes even both. Next, play a D5, 5th string 5th fret, 4th string 7. If you like, you could add the octave, 3rd string 7. From D5, palm mute and walk down the 5th string, 5, 4, then play B5 off the 2nd fret. The octave here is the 3rd string 4 if you care to use it. The first ending is an open E5, followed by an open 5th string with a gradual dip with a whammy bar. Or if you don't have a guitar with a whammy bar, you could bend the neck, which Randy was famous for doing. Just pick the string, hold the body of the guitar while you push the neck in, and return. Then the chorus repeats on the F#5, D5, walk down to B5, then end with 3 staccato D5 chords, strumming and muting each time. We switch to a clean sound for phrase 4. For the most part, you can play this section holding an F major 7 chord shape. The first string is open, second string 1st fret, third string 2nd fret, and 4th string 3rd fret. For the first pass, play an open 5th string, then to the 2nd string double pick the 1st fret, then open, then 1st fret, to the 1st string open, back to the 2nd string double pick 1, then open. When you listen to the original recording, you could definitely hear the double pick notes, but it's possible that another guitar is overdubbed with just the single pick notes. Which is also the way Randy played it live on the tribute album. Next, we switch to an F bass note on the 4th string 3rd fret, and lifting your index finger, double pick the open 2nd string to 1st fret, then open again, to the 1st string open, then second string, double pick 1, then open. Next, we add the pinky to the 4th string 4th fret, and the rest of the fingering remains unchanged. So holding this chord, pick the 4th string, then double pick the 3rd string, then second string, 3rd, then 1st, back to the 2nd string, double pick, then open, then 1st. For the first ending, play an open 6th string, E bass note, then open 1st string as you move your hand up the neck to play the 1st string 8, 10, 8, to 2nd string 9, then 1st string 7. Repeat the rhythm, and for the end, move your index and middle fingers up 2 frets so that your index is on the 2nd string 3rd and your middle is on the 3rd string 4. With these fingers in place, pick string 6, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Also, there's a very subtle variation played as the halftime section begins. It is a simple B5 to A5 chord change. This is played with a distorted guitar. The B5 is on the 6th string 7 with the 5th string 9, strum 3 times, then drop down 2 frets to play A5 3 times. Repeat B5 to A5 and slide down the neck as the distorted guitar fades out. Phrase 5 picks up the pace with a distorted guitar starting with a B flat power chord, 5th string 1 and 4th string 3. Play the chord followed by 2 palm-mutes. That's the palm-mutes on the 5th string 1st fret. Repeat the chord in palm-mutes. Play a 3rd time, then pull off from the 1st fret to open to the 6th string 3, then 2. While that rings out, pick strings 1 open, 2 open, and the 3rd string 3rd fret held with your ring finger. And then repeat this, strings 1, 2, and 3. Switch to a C5 chord. That's the 5th string 3rd and 4th string 5, and apply the same rhythm pattern. The chord and 2 palm-mutes. On the 5th string 3rd fret, repeat the chord, 2 bass notes, then repeat a 3rd time, This time pull off from 3rd to open, 6th string 3rd to 2nd fret, then add the same ending, 1st string and 2nd strings open, 3rd string 3rd fret, and repeat. At the end of the digital tab, you'll see a variation which is overdubbed and played on the 1st string 12, 2nd string 12 to 11 with vibrato. Repeat the B rhythm, and if you like, you could swap out the end notes with the octave, which is something Randy did live at shows. To end this section, play an A5 with an added high G note. The 5th string is open. Bar the 2nd fret with your index finger across the 4th and 3rd string. Add your pinky to the 2nd string 5th fret and your middle finger to the 1st string 3rd. Play the chord, then lift pressure and mute the chord while you play 2 palm muted bass notes on the 5th string open. Repeat 2 more times, then add a hammer pull on the 5th string open, 2, open, then play a C5 power chord, which rings out until the solo begins. It's a 5th string 3rd, 4th string 5th, and 3rd string 5th. You could even add the 2nd string 5 with the finger bar, which is what one of the overdubbed guitars plays. Another guitar even adds vibrato to these 5th fret notes. After the solo, this section is repeated, and at the end, instead of ending on the C chord, there's a hammer pull on the 5th string 3, 5, 3, drop to 2 with a slight bend to 6th string 3 with vibrato. By the way, the guitar solo is played over an E5 to C5 chord change, which is quickly faded out of the mix, so for the most part, the solo is only heard over drums and bass. Phrase 6 starts off the solo with a lead-in note on the 2nd string 12th fret. Next is a repeated riff. Bend the 3rd string 15 with the ring. Barring the 12th fret, play the 1st string 12 to 2nd string 15, pull to 12. This is repeated a total of 4 times. Next is a descending scale run on the 1st string 15, pull to 12, to 2nd string 12, back to 1st string 12, 2nd string 15, pull to 12, 15, pull 12 again, to 3rd string 14, to 2nd string 12, to third string 14, pull to 12. Phrase 7 continues our descending scale run on the third string, 14, pull 12, to fourth string 14, back to third string 12, to fourth string 14, pull 12. Next, we move back up in pitch with pull hammers, fourth string 14, 12, 14, to the third string 12, then a hammer pull, 12, 14, 12, 14, to the second string 12, then hammer pull hammer, 12, hammer to 15, pull to 12, hammer to 15. Most of phrase 8 is on the first string, 12, hammer to 15, pull to 14 to 12, up to 16, pull to 15 to 13, up to 17, pull to 16 to 14, up to 18, pull to 15, slide up to 17 with your index, hammer to 19, hammer to 20, pull to 19, then pull to 17. On phrase 9, we continue on the first string with hammer-ons and pull-offs, sliding up to 19 with the index, hammer to 20, to 19, 20, 19, 20 a third time, then 19 and slide down to 17, hammer to 19, pull to 17 and slide down to 15, to second string 17, back to 15, to second string 17 with a big bend, and a rapid bend and release, and slide down the neck. Begin phrase 10 with the slide up the second string to the 15th fret, to the first string 12, 15, pull to 12, hammer to 14, pull to 12, then double pick 12. Next is similar, 15 pull to 12, hammer to 14 pull to 12, to second string 14, back to 12, and repeat this. Phrase 11 begins similar to 10. First string 15 to 12, 14 to 12, to second string 14, slide up to 17, and on the first string pull 18 to 15. Then switch to pull 19 to 15, and end on second string 17. This is played a total of 6 times. Using the same fingerings for the end of phrase 11, phrase 12 begins with double notes on the first string 18 and the second string 17. Play them both together and add a slight bend to the first string, pull 18 to 15, to second string 17 and back to first string 15. Next, repeat this but without the bend. So we play the double notes, pull off to 15, switch to second string 17, back to 15, then repeat again. To end phrase 12, pick the first string 18, slide it up to 21, pick the second string 20, then play both strings together and add heavy vibrato. On the original recording, Randy is using a whammy bar here, but as Randy would do, you could use finger vibrato while playing a guitar without a tremolo. To end this passage, hammer your index finger to the 6th string 19 and slide down the neck. Phrase 13 uses an ascending scale run, picking the first note and hammering the rest of the notes on that string or fret position. Start on the 6th string. Here we have the 2nd, hammer to 3rd, hammer to 5. 5th string, 2, 3, 5. 4th string is 2, 4, 5. Then move up to the 4th fret with your index and hammer to 5, then 7. Next is the 3rd string, 4, 5, 7. Index finger up to the 5th fret, hammer 7, then 9. Index finger to the 2nd string 7, hammer 8, 10, and 1st string 7, 8, 10. We wrap up the solo and our lesson with a descending scale run for phrase 14. Coming out of the last phrase, we ended on the 10th fret. From this note, pull off to 8, then 7, then hammer to 8, pull to 7, and switch to the 2nd string 10. Back to 1st string 7, to 2nd string 10, pull 8, pull to 7, to 3rd string 9, back to 2nd string 7, to 3rd string 9, pull to 7, to 4th string 10. Back to 3rd string 7, to 4th string 10, pull 9, pull 7. On the 5th string, add vibrato to frets 10, 9, 7, 9. Then you can end on a 10th fret G note, hold it and gradually slide down the neck. Or if you're playing a guitar with a tremolo, play the 3rd string open and dump the bar to drastically lower the pitch.